Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. And in this one, we're off to Loch Lomond Brewery. And we have a can, West Coast IPA from them. And we have a can of their Prospect Street. Super smashing great. Clocking in at 5.5% ABV. There you go. This was picked up from Lidl, I think. I get muddled up between the two stores. I think it's Lidl who do this. It's got Chinook, Cascade, and Columbus. Nice big 3C hops in. Tropical fruits and pine aroma, calling this. Soft caramel and citrus fruits, bittersweet finish. Unfiltered for maximum flavour. Keep chilled, drink fresh. What's the date on this? Because I've had this for a while. It's in date. Just for I check, because I've had it for got a layer of dust on top of that. Come on, JB, get on top of it. So let's crack it open like you do. Let's get the aroma from the can first. Not a lot. Not a lot. See if we can pour this out and see what it's all about. Now, Loch Lomond Brewery, majority of their beers I've really enjoyed, I think, for what they are and for how much you can get them at Lidl, I think it's Lidl, their beers have been, good value. So, for me personally, I think they're a good brewer. But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this beer at the moment. I'm thinking, oh, this looks a bit. This looks a bit weird. It's got a creamy head to it. It looks like a head reminiscent to a beer with a widget in, to be honest. It's very pale. There is a stream of carbonation. There's a slight haziness to this. This is a West Coast IPA. Warning signs are there for me looking at that. I hope, is this going to be the first dodgy one? Let's get the aroma. There is a slight tropicalness to this. I could pick it up. I'm going to go in. Cheers, everyone. Now, yeah, I get the caramel, I get the citrus, what it says, the bitterness. Something doesn't feel right with this. I don't know if it's a dodgy can or not. I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. West Coast IPA. Get the bitterness. You do get the pine. But for me, something is not sitting right with this beer. It isn't. I looked at it and I thought, it poured. It poured like a lager. The head was a creamy looking head. It reminded me of like a head you get with a beer with a widget in. It did. It and I thought that looks very strange. So I was expecting something a little more hazier. The flavours it's describing on this: tropical fruits and pine aroma. That's not there. You're getting the pine in the taste, a slight tropical feel in the taste. It says soft caramel. That's non-existent. If there is, I can't pick that up. Citrus fruits, yeah, I'll pick that up. I think the citrus, the bitterness and the citrusness is overshadowing everything else, but it's not a big flavour beer. It feels very watered down. It doesn't feel right. It feels cheap. It doesn't drink right. Everything about this beer is wrong. Everything. The body is thin as a lager. So there is the pine accent is coming through more as I drink it, but the body, it's got a wishy-washy body like a lager. It's not. It's not actually pleasant. And I'm looking at this and I think, this is terrible. I'm not joking. This is a terrible beer. If that is what they intended, it is absolutely shocking. It is. I had a bad one last week. It's just like it remind. I had a beer last week from Tower Brewery, and it was an Imperial IPA, and it drinks like this. It is absolutely rubbish, absolutely rubbish. And I said at the beginning of this review, I haven't had a bad one from them. Sorry, boys and girls. Nah. I hope it's a dodgy can. That is absolutely shit. Absolutely shit. That is an absolute abomination. It's an abomination. You shouldn't have to put up with it. It doesn't matter if you spend £1, £8 on a can of beer. There is no excuse for bad beer. You know, I've tried to be kind. You know, at the end of the day, I could say, well, it only cost me £1.10 or peanuts. But at the end of the day, you're putting a beer out on the shelf, and that beer needs to be good because that is your brewery's name on that can. And if people taste a beer like this from your brewery and it's absolutely shit like this one, then you're in trouble because no one will touch any other beers from you. So, boys and girls, little rant over with. Don't bother with that. I'm very disappointed by that, and I'm expecting more from this brewery for this beer. This is going down the toilet. Absolutely, I'm not drinking that. It's rubbish. See you on my next one.